Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We are going over some Buffalo Trace alternatives. It's crazy that we're still talking about this today, but we are. I'm excited. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me here on the Whiskey Corner. Don't know what the hell that was, but I just rolled with it. Yeah, that's how I roll. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the video, and checking out the channel. You are all amazing, and I truly appreciate all your support, because without it, we wouldn't have gotten to where we're at right now. But we have a goal of 2,500 subscribers. So if you're not yet subscribed, please hook it up, because I can't get there without your help. So we'll need that. Now, if you're already subscribed, you are amazing, and thank you so much. Now, keep watching the videos, right? I need you. So, what are we doing today? It's crazy to me that we're still talking about this. We're still talking about how overhyped Buffalo Trace is. We still have people coming into the bourbon community and wanting to get Buffalo Trace from the beginning. And what I mean by Buffalo Trace is Buffalo Trace Distillery whiskeys, right? Or bourbons. Because, yeah, we all know they're overhyped. Now, while some of us might like it, myself included, some of us, don't like it. Or some people don't like it because they just think it's way overhyped and they wouldn't pay the money for it. I will say that some of these bottles, I did pay a little bit over MSRP for it. So it comes down to, what are you willing to spend and how much is it worth to you, right? So I wanted to make this video to kind of look at some alternatives that might kind of hold you off until you're able to find these at good prices. And I could tell you that that's hard. That's like climbing a mountain with two pails on you. I don't know if you remember those old Asian kung fu movies, how they have the pails around their thing and they're climbing a tall ass mountain with a whole bunch of stairs. Yeah, that's kind of like what you would be doing to actually find one of these at MSRP. But hey, it's what we signed up for, right? But if you are needing something to get you through that until you're able to get that bottle at a good price or at the price that you think it's worth, we'll talk about some bottles here that are alternatives to hold you off until you can get these bottles. So it's in no particular order, but first we are going to do an inaugural cheers. So cheers. That one is good. And it's the one that I'm going to talk about first on this list. But I gotta tell you, it's not my favorite. I bought this at MSRP, so I'm glad that I bought it for the price that I got it. But if I would have paid crazy prices for it, I would have been really upset. This is Weller 12. And I might catch some flack for this, but I don't really like this. Quite honestly, I mean, it's good. It's good. I like it, but I like it at the MSRP. I don't think it should be overhyped. I like Weller Antique 107 a whole lot better. And this, compared to this, I would so much go after this one first. But obviously we know that all the Weller products are highly coveted, highly allocated, yada, yada, yada. So what is that bottle that can get you through until you're able to get at least one of these bottles? Well, I would say a Maker's Mark. Now, this is obviously BRT02. It's highly coveted as well, yada, yada, yada. So it's not this one, but it is Maker's Mark 46, right? You can find that everywhere. Not even the cask strength, guys, because this is only 90 proof. Yeah, this is only 90 proof. So you can go out and get the Maker's Mark 46. It's 90 something proof, and it is really good, especially compared to this. And that can hold you off if you need a weeder at a really good price. I think the regular price for this is like 40 or 35 bucks. I don't know how much it is. But at MSRP, that's amazing. But I wouldn't pay $350, $400 for it, $250. I wouldn't pay anywhere close to that. So you can definitely try your luck at a Maker's Mark 46 while you're searching for a good price for that one. We're going in on these, guys. Next one. Well, let's talk about Buffalo Trace, because this is hard to find for some people. I mean, I find it in my area every once in a while. Actually, I probably find it like every couple of months, like every other month, I would say. But it's hard to find for some people. It is. So what is a good alternative to this? Now, remember, this is like 90 proof as well. It's Buffalo Trace's like start out bourbon, right? But what is one that you can also get instead of this if you're looking for it? Well, I would recommend you try 1792. Could be this one. This is the bottled and bond. It's a little bit more proofier than this one because it's 100% proof. But you could go with a small batch as well. It's like 90 something. I think it might be 90 or 92. And it'll still taste good compared to the Buffalo Trace. And, you know, you could really drink that one while you're searching for this one at a good price. By the way, I wouldn't pay too much for this, but you guys already know that Buffalo Trace isn't really my favorite Buffalo Trace bourbon, but it's all right. You know, it is what it is. But I would surely take a 1792 over that any day and pay a lot less. Well, pay about the same because they're like 30 bucks, a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying. So that one, that alternative costs a little bit more, right? But hey, it's good either way. This alternative will cost around the same because we're talking about my favorite bourbon from Buffalo Trace, and that is Eagle Rare 10. I freaking love this, guys. This is like, it's this and Stag Jr. that I love so far from what I've tasted. Now, this is hard to find. Sometimes, every once in a while, I get lucky and I find this at 35. But most of the time I'm paying like 50 bucks for this, which I'm all right with. If you're not able to find it, or if it's at really high prices, honestly, guys, 35 bucks, around the same as that MSRP, will get you a Russell's 10. Yeah, 10 years old. They're both 10. This is from Wild Turkey. So you know it's freaking good, and it's only 35 bucks. At least in my area it is. If you can't find Eagle Rare, go for that Russell's 10. You don't even have to go for that single barrel, because this would definitely match up to that. All right, now we're getting to the big boys. You know, the big boys here. So let's do E.H. Taylor. All right, E.H. Taylor is a very, very sought after one. It's supposed to be 45 bucks, but I think I bought this one for 80 or 85, so I paid 40 bucks more. Some people have spent over $100 on this. I see it in my area all the time for like 120. So, is it worth that? I don't think so. I think maybe 70, 75, 80 around there. You're okay, it's an all right price. Because I have never, ever heard of anybody finding it at 45 unless like you wait in line for it or you get one of those raffles. But what is one that you can get instead of this? Well, guys, I just talked about this in a whole bunch of videos that I've done. You've seen me talk about this, and this is 94 proof? 91.4 proof. We're talking about Michter's US 1 bourbon. Yeah, this is great, guys. They're kind of around the same spot. You know, if you were to pay MSRP for this, it would be 40, 45. And MSRP for this is like 50 something or a little bit under 50. I think it's like 48 or something like that in my area. I don't know, but it's around that area. And this is a great one. And you can find this everywhere. You can. So if you can't find E.H. Taylor, look for that Michter's US 1 bourbon. The last two, I tell you, these are the big boys, right? We're gonna bring it out. We're gonna talk about the Horsey, Blanton's, and there's their slogan, the original tater bottle. It's really not, but that's what we might as well should call it, because everybody says, oh, if you want a Blanton's, you're a tater, or you're looking after that tater bottle. I personally love Blanton's. I like it. I really do like it. It's a $65, $70 bottle or $60 bottle sometimes. Sometimes I have seen it at $50, but I'm fine paying $80 for it. What I'm not fine with is paying $200, $300, $400, or even over $125, right? Over $100 I wouldn't pay for Blanton's anymore. But there are some people that would, right? So it all depends what you want to. But if you're not able to get that, what I would recommend is that you look for one of these. Now, these are not sold in my area unless you get them from an actual store, like a store pick. But you can order it online. And I'm talking about John J. Bowman single barrel. Yeah, these stack up, guys. This is actually Buffalo Trace mash bill. I don't know if it's mash bill 1 or 2, but it's definitely Buffalo Trace mash bill. So these stack up against each other. I think this is $60. So they're around the same area, but you can find these a lot better and always around that price than you can this. So it's your choice. But this can definitely hold you off until you get yourself a good priced Blanton's. Last one. Yeah, and I might catch some flack for this, but it's how I feel. You guys must know that Stag Jr. is one of my unicorn bottles. Stag is as well, George T. Stag. But this was one of my unicorn bottles, and I was able to get this early in my bourbon journey. I got it at an okay price. I mean, it was like $125 or something like that, which I'm okay with paying. What I'm not okay with paying is anything over $200, right? I think that's a ripoff, right? And unfortunately, the only other times that I've seen this in my area, they've been at over $350. I'm not paying that. So I'm lucky that I was able to get this at a little bit over $100. But if you're one of the unlucky ones and are not able to get one of these, then again, I might catch some flack for this. I would recommend Benchmark Full Proof. Yep, I went there. This is $23. It tastes good. It's 125 proof. This is 130 proof. So I would recommend you get this. But let's just say that you're like, Carlos, you must be crazy. You think I'm gonna buy a $23 bottle and hope that it matches up to a George or a Stag Jr.? You're crazy. What else do you have for me? Well, I got another one for you. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Boom. If I had a mic, I would drop it right now, because if you don't think that Benchmark Full Proof would add up to this, then okay, cool. Boom, there you go. That would definitely add up to one of these. And it's crazy because technically, people say it's not a bourbon. Technically, it's Jack Daniel's, so it's not as good. But this is amazing. And this one in particular is 131 proof. Well guys, those are my alternatives. Let me know what you think. Let me know, comment below. Have you thought about this before? What are you drinking as an alternative to one of these Buffalo Trace products? Comment below. What are some things that I missed? Because maybe I missed an alternative that didn't even cross my mind. Comment below. Love talking back and forth with you guys. Please like or dislike this video. Please subscribe. If you can help me out, you know, give me a little bit of support, that would be appreciated. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna enjoy one of these Buffalo Trace bourbons or alternatives, but I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.